They gave me until Friday to leave, so I invited a lawyer, a sheriff, and a notary. I grew up in my grandparents' lakefront cabin, not because it was the plan, but because my parents were too busy building startups that never made it past a pitch deck. They'd breeze through twice a year, sniff around Grandpa's retirement accounts, ask whether the cabin was too much work, and leave before dessert. Meanwhile, I spent every summer learning how to bait hooks, repainting the porch railings, and watching sunsets that felt like safety. Then last year, my grandparents died. Grandpa quietly in his sleep, Grandma 6 weeks later because her heart simply wouldn't stay without him. Their lawyer, Diane, told me they'd set up an irrevocable trust years earlier. The cabin, the property, the 3 acres of untouched waterfront, everything was now legally mine. My parents attended both funerals for a combined total of 2 hours. 2 weeks ago, they came back with my younger brother Tyler, who I barely know. Dad walked in like a landlord doing an inspection, holding a manila envelope like it was a court summons. "We need to talk about the cabin," he said, not even stepping inside. He pulled out yellowed papers, typewriter text, old county stamps. "This is the original deed from '87. It shows the property was meant to pass to me as the eldest son. That trust your grandparents made doesn't override inheritance laws." Mom nodded like a bobblehead. "We know you've been living here rent-free, and that's fine, but it's time to do the right thing. This belongs to the family." Tyler didn't look up from his phone. Then Dad added the line that snapped something inside me. "You have until Friday to pack your things. We're being generous. We could have changed the locks." I didn't argue, didn't cry, just said, "Okay." They left looking confused I hadn't begged. The second their car disappeared, I called Diane, my grandparents' lawyer of 3 decades. "They're trying what?" she said. I sent photos. She called back 20 minutes later. "Those documents are void, completely meaningless. The trust supersedes previous deeds. They have zero claim. I'll be there Friday." The week crawled. My parents texted twice asking if I needed help packing. Tyler sent me overpriced apartment listings like he was doing charity work. I ignored all of it. Wednesday, Diane filed an emergency injunction. Thursday, she confirmed a sheriff's deputy and a notary would attend as official witnesses. Friday morning arrived crisp and quiet. I drank coffee on the porch where my grandparents used to sit. At 10 a.m. sharp, a U-Haul rumbled up the driveway, my parents' SUV behind it. Dad had hired movers who looked around like they expected a foreclosure scene. I stood. Then Diane's car pulled in. Then a county sheriff's cruiser. Then a local notary. Dad's face drained like someone unplugged him. Diane walked up the porch steps, leather folder in hand. "Mr. Harrison," she said calmly, "I'm the attorney who established the Morgan Family Trust. This property belongs exclusively to your daughter under an irrevocable trust executed in 2019. The deed you're holding is legally void. If you attempt eviction or try filing those forged documents, I'll pursue criminal charges for fraud, forgery, and elder exploitation." The sheriff stepped forward, arms folded. The notary opened her logbook. Tyler finally looked up from his phone. The movers got back in the truck without touching a single box. My parents sat frozen in their SUV for a full 10 minutes, staring at Diane, the sheriff, then me, like they were trying to compute how this went so differently in their heads. Then they backed down the driveway without a word. I finished my coffee on the porch. Same spot Grandpa always sat, same view, same cabin, still mine, always was.